Hello everyone, I'm Sweet Valberry and welcome to my ComfyUI course series, launched in collaboration with Olares. In previous lessons we covered ComfyUI basics and how to generate images and videos as separate tasks. But how do you connect those dots into a full creative pipeline? How do you build a complete workflow that turns an idea into a finished short video? In this lesson, we'll use a two-person skit as an example. We will break down real production needs and combine the workflow techniques we learned earlier. Step by step, we will build a publishable short video. You may have seen short skits like this, one or more people, sometimes one actor playing multiple roles, performing and speaking lines across the same or different settings. These videos usually move fast, with dense dialogue. They rely on quick cuts and strong character traits to create drama or comedy. Short screen time per character and frequent scene changes fit well with current video generation models. Lip sync models can precisely match dialogue to mouth movements, producing natural conversational clips. Modern models can also generate continuous clips longer than 1 minute, moving past the old 5 to 10 second limit. Brief B-roll shots between lines are well handled by text-to-video models. They help maintain visual continuity and pace the story efficiently. Let's aim for that kind of video and put our ComfyUI knowledge into practice. First, break the project into parts. Our goal is a two-person skit. The components are script. Write a short dialogue with conflict or a twist. Define the characters, lines, and emotional beats. Storyboard. Plan the shots from the script. Who speaks? What shot size? How do you transition? Character design. Use image generation models to create two neutral expression portraits for later lip sync. Voice generation. Use TTS to produce emotional lines for each character. Match pace and pauses to personality. Lip synced video. Use a lip sync model to combine each portrait with the corresponding audio and generate talking clips. Optional B-roll. Use text-to-video to create short cutaway shots for transitions or emphasis. Editing and output. Assemble all clips in storyboard order, add music or effects as needed, and export the final video. This pipeline applies to monologues, ensemble scenes, or narration-driven shorts. The core remains the same. First the text layer, script and lines, then the visual layer, characters, scenes, shots, then the audio layer, voice and sound, and finally synthesize and edit everything together. You can get a short skit in different ways. Adapt a popular joke while avoiding copyright issues, ask a large language model to generate a twisty two-person dialogue, or write one yourself using the classic structure: misunderstanding, clarification, reversal. Keep it compact, give each character a clear role, and end with a payoff or contrast that matches the quick, high-feedback nature of short-form video. For this lesson, I'll use a classic two-person skit. Based on that script, we split the video into 5 shots. Each shot includes the visual content, the speaking character, suggested duration, and technical prep. Image generation, TTS, lip sync, and any B-roll needed. Now start ComfyUI and prepare the first key assets, the 2 lead portraits. We covered several image generation models in earlier lessons. You can also pick a ready workflow template from the workflow library. I'll use Qwen-Image and load its text-to-image workflow. After choosing a local model, set the output size to square, 1328 by 3328. You can also choose landscape, 16:9, or portrait, 9:16, depending on the target platform. For the male role, I used prompts aiming for a young, stylish radio host. Generate the image. If you're not satisfied, re-roll a few times or try other models like Flux 2, Z-Image, or WAN 2.2. I preferred the Z-Image result, so I kept it. Repeat the same process for the female role and finalize her portrait. Voice is the core input for lip sync. You have several options. Use local open source TTS like Qwen3 TTS or Index TTS2. These need local compute, but work offline and protect privacy. Call a TTS API from a cloud platform such as Alibaba Balian or Volcano Engine. These often sound more natural and support multiple voices and emotions, but free quotas may be limited. Record your own voice. As long as the lines are clear and paced well, this is usually the most authentic and controllable option. Most of these approaches have ComfyUI plugins so you can integrate them into your workflow. In this demo, I use the My Nodes plugin's Qwen-TTS API node that requires an API token from Alibaba Balian saved to a local config file. To install the plugin, open the ComfyUI Manager, search for My, and click to install or update. Then add a Qwen-TTS node in your workflow. Fill the API token in the Balian TTS connector node, or save the token to the configuration file and let the node read it automatically. Add a node to save the generated audio to disk. You can pick different voices and emotional settings. For example, I generated the line, "Hi, I dropped my bank card. What should I do?" Click Run, and you'll soon have a high-quality audio file in the output folder.
Hi, I dropped my bank card. What should I do?
Remember, you can also run Qwen3 TTS locally for a fully local pipeline. It's free, and you can control speaking context via prompts for more expressive results. With portraits and audio ready, the next step is to make the static images speak. There are several methods such as LTX2 or Wave to Lip. Right now, I prefer Infinite Talk for its speed and quality. Load the Infinite Talk workflow in ComfyUI. In the earlier video generation lesson, we covered this workflow in detail, so here we apply it directly. Choose the model, upload the female portrait, and select the first line's audio.
Hi, I dropped my bank card. What should I do?
Keep other parameters at default and click Run.
Hi, I dropped my bank card. What should I do?
The result was excellent. Lip movements matched the audio closely. There was no expression collapse or jitter. The character even had slight nods and subtle hand gestures, which boosted realism. Repeat the same process for the other lines and shots. Produce lip-synced clips for each dialogue segment. Many creators underestimate B-roll. They think just the speaking shots are enough. In practice, B-roll amplifies emotion and lands punchlines. In our skit, the male hints that someone's brain has water in it. The audience expects a metaphor, but a brief B-roll reveals actual water dripping, making the joke concrete. That kind of visual punch is low cost and high impact. For the B-roll, use a text-to-video workflow. I loaded FusionX. FusionX is a WAN 2.1 fine-tuned large model. It excels at cinematic composition, smooth motion, and fine detail. After selecting the model, upload the female portrait and use a prompt that shows her bending down to pick up a card while water droplets begin to fall. Click Run. The generated clip came out great. The motion looked natural. You could see droplets tracking along hair strands and wet tips on the ends of her hair. Small details like that sell the illusion. Everything is ready. Now just edit and assemble the clips according to the storyboard. Add background music or sound effects where needed, fine-tune timing, and export the final short video. You can assemble the clips in a video editor like Jianying or Premiere. Or you can do the whole process directly in ComfyUI, since this is a ComfyUI tutorial. First, create a blank workflow. Add and duplicate several load video nodes, then load the 5 clips in order. Next, use the image batch multi-node to merge the frames from all videos into a single new video. Set the final frame rate to 25 FPS. You also need to stitch the audio tracks. Note, the last empty shot video has no audio, so do not connect its audio or it will cause an error. Click the Run button and you'll get the completed output.
Hi, I dropped my bank card. What should I do?
I suggest you call the bank to report it lost first, then get a new one issued.
Huh? Can't I just pick it up?
I wouldn't recommend bending over. All that water in your head might spill out, and that'd be a real mess to clean up.
Ready to publish already, right? There are a few places we can improve the workflow. For the lip sync clip and the empty shot, reuse the previous clip's last frame as the starting frame for that character. This prevents sudden jumps and makes the transition feel smoother. Infinite Talk outputs at 25 FPS while FusionX defaults to 16 FPS. Pick models with consistent frame rates when possible. If the empty shot lacks sound, generate a version with audio using LTX2, or add audio manually in your editing software. After a few tweaks, I made a better final video.
Hi, I dropped my bank card. What should I do?
I suggest you call the bank to report it lost first, then get a new one issued.
Huh? Can't I just pick it up?
I wouldn't recommend bending over. All that water in your head might spill out, and that'd be a real mess to clean up.
That's it for this lesson. Today we started from a simple online joke, broke down the requirements, generated images, synthesized speech, created lip sync and empty shot footage, and finally stitched everything together. We completed a full AI short video production workflow using ComfyUI. This was a hands-on demonstration of ComfyUI's practical capabilities. I hope you'll apply what you learned here to your own projects. Alright, that's all for now. See you next time.